How's it going, guys? This is Swiftdeathshotz here, and today I'm going to bring you some new content. It's been a while since I brought you any content on my channel. I apologise for that. But we're going to go through some content real quick to do with, if you can see in the corner of the screen, ritual beasts and spiritual beasts and ritual beast tamers. And this is something I've been testing. I love this combo. There's a combo one with the Cannahawk and the Elder. That's the best combo in the game. But there's also another one that's less known that is with the Rampengu, which is really, really good as well. It's not as good as this one, the Cannahawk play, but it sets you up quite well, just as nicely, and you still get to search once of it. So I'm going to talk about that today. There will be a shadow build coming up shortly after this, imminently. I also promised a zombie build, but I haven't got one I like yet. So when I have one that I like, I will bring that to you soon as possible. But that is stalled at the moment because nothing is particularly competitive. And I like to bring you competitive zombie builds, as you know. So I will just hold on for that for the moment, and that will come in due course. But for today, guys, we are going to look at the spiritual beast combos that there are. The two main ones you want to see at the start. So we'll have a quick look at them because I was loving this deck. I got rid of my E-Tellies because they are so expensive at the moment, so too good to not. So I won't be playing this but for the moment, but I just want to show you this because I love this combo. It was really strong, so we'll go with that right now. And before we start, there have been some people who have been saying, how do I get ritual beast cards or ritual cards, because these cards don't have spirit in the name, ritual in the name. But if you look at the cards, where it says their name at the top and you take the SPI off the front, they all have ritual in the name. So you will find that there is ritual in the name of all of them. They can all be searched and found. This includes the speller traps who have ritual in the name as well. So they're easily, everything in this deck is practically searchable, so this is why the deck is so really strong. It's also got so many floods. It's a really great counter to Necroz if you're playing against that deck. There are a few pitfalls of this deck, mainly vanities is the biggest worry for this deck, but if you main the MST or side into them, you will not have that problem of fighting them, so that's nothing. But onto this combo today. We'll start with the well-known combo, which practically is the Cannahawk and Elder combo, which I want to talk about today. So I'll just get myself set up. Righty-ho. So, what you do, obviously, is the Elder, who summons another one that you've got a normal summon as well, which is important. It has to be important for normal summon because each one can only be back special summoned once per turn. So that's why it's important to normal. This guy basically does a gold sarcophagus effect on a one ritual beast monster in the deck. And the one that you want to get first thing always is an Apelio. So this is going to be the banish zone. So that's the Apelio right there. Apelio is the one that helps you restack the banish zone during either player's turn for an attack and defense boost. So he's really good. You want to see him, you want him out of deck. Off these effects as quickly as you can get him. And then you go for the contact fusion, which can be any of them at this point. So you're going to go for the... So these get banished, obviously. It doesn't really matter which one you do first turn. I assume we do an Ulti-Peloton, and then we're going to defuse the Ulti-Peloton and the Ritual Beast to bring these two out. And the counter defense, don't forget. And this means we can activate the effect of the Cannahawk again. So we activate the effect of the Cannahawk again. It's important that you send an Elder this time because you can't bring either of these guys back. So you send this one. The UN is the best target for this here. And then you go and make the now you make the Ulti Cannahawk, guys. This is where you make the Ulti Cannahawk, so these get banished. Here you can activate the Ulti Cannahawk's effect, and you're going to target two, which will be the Apelio and the Elder, and attempt to shuffle them back. But there's a ruling on the card which states that it says send them targets instead of those targets. It said send them, it just says just send them. If it said send those targets, both would have to go, but because the card reads just send them targets, send them, you only have to send one. So what you do is you chain link to the defusion effect of this, and then target the Apelio and the other Elder, the other Ritual Beast cards we had. So these come out, and then the one target which we can't special summon back of the Tamer will hit the graveyard. So this will be the graveyard here, and we still get our search. Depending on what you want first, I normally search the steeds first because the ability to destroy stuff is more important to me. You need the ambush at some point, so you'll need that. But yeah, this is in hand as right now. And what we're going to do now is activate the effect of the Apelio. So we're going to put this back into the graveyard, back into the banish zone, and boost these attacks and defenses by 500. So that's what we're going to do here. And then you're going to go and make another Ultra Cannahawk by sending these two to the banish zone and activating the effect again. It kind of matters what you send here, because you won't be getting them back from the graveyard this turn. It kind of matters, it doesn't really. I prefer to send the Apelio and the Wen. Sorry, I send the Cannahawk and the Wen because you want the Apelio to go off and you want this to be safe. You want to bring this back in your opponent's turn. To send these two to the grave. I haven't got ambushes, so this counts as ambushes right now. So that's an ambush. So basically, you've got your two traps, you've plussed, you've done your combo, you've only used 2 cards from your hand, you've gained 2 cards which are traps as well. One of them's going to reset everything you want. They get to you get some back next turn, you get to detag, you get to blow up 2 monsters next turn. So that's the main combo. Yeah, and next, so when you go into you set these, so assuming that we're playing on, you set these, they go into your opponent's turn, so they say they're playing Ysenju, which is really strong at the moment. Then go summon 1, summon 2, summon 3, they can summon 3, which is really frustrating. You want to detach, then go do this on the summon of the first one. Because I find it's easier to do stuff before their effects activate, because their effects activate, they have to resolve them. And you want to bring back, you have to make banished ones, so that's why it's these 2. So you're going to then, when they finish summoning, you're going to activate the effect on the final summon of this guy to special summon back, to banish this again. Because this is the most important thing. You've got the attack boost, you know that you've got these. It doesn't really matter at this point because ambush goes from either, but it's just resetting stuff. And then if they go to target, you can activate the steeds here, and then you've got the ambush for the end of your next turn. They're going to lose 2. You can technically go if you want to take 4, but you will lose 1. Chain link 1, chain link 2. Both of these 2 will then hit the field. There'll be 4 targets to destroy, to kill the whole of Ysenju's play. And you'd lose 1 of your cards, but they'd have to bounce 1. So, and if they've had to declare a target on the bounce on activation of the effect, you can destroy the one they were going to bounce anyway. So it's still in the grave, and you've still got stuff you can do. So for that reason, it's really good. And the one card you don't really care about is the Wen. So, and this can, if it goes to the graveyard, you can do a Apelio at the start of your opponent's next turn. They'll only have 1 monster to hit you with. They have to swing over the Apelio if they're playing properly, and you're playing against Ysenju. And if they have to play it that way, and then you're going to get this effect next turn. You can draw, you can send another one, which can be anything off this guy. So you've got a massive amount of combos for turn 2 off this one play. So that was how that works against Ysenju, and how that would work against other stuff. The Rampengu play I'm going to show you now is a bit less. It advances your game state a bit less, but you still get 1 trap out of it, which should be the ambush you should be getting, because it helps you just reset everything for when you're ready next time. So what you're going to do is you do your normal Elder, then you're going to do your Rampengu. This is the most important bit. You banish the ulti Cannahawk first. This has to be the one you banish, because you're going to be using ambush next turn. So you know that you're going to get a Cannahawk. So the Cannahawk goes to the grave. So this is the graveyard. This is the banish zone. Banish zone is sideways, and then you're going to go and make the ulti Cannahawk by banishing these. Obviously you can see where this is heading already. And then you're going to go target the spiritual beast, ulti Cannahawk in the banish zone, and the Elder, and then obviously you're going to chain the defusion, bringing these two back out in defense position. This will go to graveyard. You'll get the search of the ambush, which would be this normally. You get the search of the ambush, so you know you're getting stuff back next turn, and then you can send. Then you send the pet to Rampengu again. You can get. It depends now. If you think you're not going to be running free ulti Pelio throughout the whole match, I very rarely do. Send that. You can also send. This is normally what I send a Peloton, because I don't want to see. There's only one Peloton in the deck, and I want to get it out as quickly as possible. But the optimal play would probably be send an ulti Pelio to the banish zone. So this is the banish zone. So we can send our Pelio to the grave. So we have out of deck off this alone, and a Pelio, a Cannahawk, and then we're going to just make again here. You guess you can get all the traps if you wanted to, because you just can make the last Cannahawk. You can go target this in Elder, banish these two. So send these two to the grave, sorry. And you just need the Rampengu the banish zone, and you can search the steeds too. So you still can find both your traps if you want to take the send all these to the graveyard. We have our ambush, so there's no reason to not. And the only issue with this play here, as you can see, is we lose 2 extra deck monsters, which can hurt. And we only have 1 Ritual Beast Tamer. But again, you've done it off 2 cards, and you've got your 2 traps, so it's really, really good for that. If you've got the ambush, this is irrelevant really. And again, you've got the Pelio in the grave, which you can bring back, who can activate his effect during any of the player's turn. So there's that too, and this can still block 2 by. Oh, it can't. This can't detach if you do this. Sorry, this is the important bit. This can't do anything. Tagging out if you take the extra trap. That's why I don't take the steeds on this one. I just take the 1. I'd have made, and normally I don't make this on the second one. I make the Peloton because this guy is really hard to get over, and this is still in deck. But I take the ambush because I know that I want to see stuff. So seeing cards to loot with is more important in this deck, in my opinion, than anything else. So that's why. So that's just quickly my quick demonstrations on how you can play the Rampengu or the ulti Cannahawk. It's really down to your play style. If you want to take the extra steeds, you do have the ambush, don't forget, off the Rampengu play, and you'll have 3 on board. So if you have the outs to the monsters that are summoned, the Rampengu play against the 3 you send your monster opening kills exactly all their monsters as well. So you have that on your side as well. So there's that too. So you'll have options with this deck. It's really good. It's really nice. It's so much better with E-Telly without it. I will find a way to play this without E-Telly, and when I do, I will let you guys know. Until then, there will be a shadow build coming momentarily, imminently, in the next day or so, so look for that too. So that's Swiftdeathshotz over and out for now, guys. Goodbye.